So last night, it came as a shock to a lot of folks. I think it was last night, I believe, but it came, as a shock to a lot of folks when a very well-renowned fan artist and OC artist decided to make the announcement that they are pretty much hanging it up. They are pretty much hanging it up at the beginning of 2024. Now, the person I'm talking about is known as LadyDrasami, or Lady Drasami, Lady Drasami. This is her OC that you see on the screen, in the best, non-erotic look I can find. But yeah, it's, Lady Drasami, or Lady D as I'll call her, made the announcement in the past 24 plus hours that she's going to be hanging it up. She's going to be hanging it up in 2024, at the start of 2024 at least, or maybe February of 2024 at the latest. And it's all due to the fact that pretty much she is mentally done. She is mentally, physically, I wouldn't say physically, but mentally done. She's mentally fatigued. She's pretty much had it up to here with a lot of the, unfortunately, as we all know it, she is just done with the cyberbullying. Pretty much what I can tell from what she has said, it seems like there are people out there that have been getting on her case about what she does. About what she does and everything. Some have even, as she put it, gone as far as to make false claims about her and even, I guess, create false accounts with her name on it or something. I don't know. I'll link you, or I won't link you, but I'll copy and paste what she says, and I'll put it here in the description, of the video in the podcast. Basically she's done. She is done. And of course, like I said, this came as a shock to a lot of folks because a lot of folks love her work. Controversial, erotic, or not, she's a very good artist. And she takes her time when you commission her for either a single pic, a montage single pic, a comic, you name it. She takes her time and gives you the very best that she has to offer. Whether you want the full works, done for your commission, or you just want it lined out, line art, if you will, sketched, just flat colors, whatever. She gives you the very best of her abilities when she does that. Now, again, her making this announcement really caught a lot of folks off guard because it's like, where did this suddenly come from? And some people have even said that what's going on with her making this announcement is it's just the negative thoughts getting to her. It's just the negative thoughts. Mainly, it's kind of like when you're tired and everything and you just want to vent. You just want to vent, if you will, and, just get a lot of things off your chest that normally you wouldn't get off your chest if you were around certain other people, groups, fellow workers, fellow employees. You just want to get out there and vent your frustrations. Vent, how you really feel. And even when you're tired and maybe somebody does something, where they're trying to help, but they accidentally do something by mistake and trying to help, that's going to trigger something in you that when you're tired, that's going to trigger something in you that you start just getting angry and you start venting and saying things you don't mean, to where later on you come around and you apologize for what you said, and you basically say that you're tired and that you didn't mean what you said. You were just letting the tiredness get to you. And that's kind of how some people are looking at Lady D's situation right now, that mentally she is fatigued and everything, and that basically it's taking a toll on her to where she's putting out these thoughts of, I can't do this no more. I'm done. I'm going to hang it up and everything. And, look, we all have a right to express how we feel. And if it does, and if us coming out and saying, "Hey, we're done doing this," we're done doing this, we're done doing that, which we're most well known for, and people are fans of, fans of us because of that. When we come out and we say that, we're just letting that, that ventage, that venting, if you will, just come out. We're just basically getting everything, we're basically finally just getting everything out there. We're just finally saying enough. I'm just going to vent. I'm going to say this and da. And we don't realize until later on that we may have, we may have said something that we didn't really mean. Now, I'm not saying Lady D. I'm not saying Lady D doesn't mean what she says when she says she's going to hang it up, because one of the things she wants to put primary focus on next year is paying her bills, paying for her home, paying her bills, trying to get ahead. I mean, she just recently put out emergency commissions to help her get ahead, going into next year. And again, this is just a huge blow to the artistic community out there, the fan art community out there, the artist community, of OC creators, the artist community of certain communities, fetish communities that you may or may not agree with, like the soft vor, the unbirthed, the furry, you name it. This is a huge blow, because she's been doing this for 15 years. Going to be 15 years. I guess it has been 15 years this year. She's been doing it since around, 2008, 2009. And people appreciate what she does. I mean, some of the stories that she has worked on in comic book form have been great. Like, she collabs with people like Groblick, and they've worked on various, funny, erotic comics that people have, raved about. They really have. I mean, two of them that they've raved about is the Slime Girl Shenanigans series. The first one, and then the sequel called Sneaky Slime Girl Shenanigans. So people appreciate what she does. They appreciate what she does, but it seems that right now she's going through a moment in her life. She's going through a moment in her life that we all go through. And that moment is, do I want to keep doing this and rely on it as my main source of income? Or do I want to try to, do something else? Maybe something that, allows me to still make money, but it isn't as stressful or attractive to cyberbullies out there that would want to attack my person because of what I enjoy. I mean, again, she is a prominent, artistic contributor to the vor, the soft vor, unbirthed, furry community. She is. And the same or any fetish community, the melting fetish, you name it. She is overall a very, very, I guess you could say, beloved, individual that people look forward to seeing on what she brings out next. And now she's made the decision to say, the time has come to hang it up. Now, the way I look at it, though, because I'll be honest with you, because like I said, I'm not saying that she's not going to fully commit to what she's saying here, because we all can change our minds. We can all change our minds. But I don't think this is the end for her. I don't think she will stop doing art. I really don't. And I don't think she will stop contributing to these communities, centered around soft vor, unbirthed, melting, furries, you name it. She's not going to stop that. Because we have seen people go through this on the artistic side of things. We have seen people on the artistic side at places like DeviantArt, Ink Bunny, Echo's Portal, you name it. We've seen people here on YouTube, Daily Motion, We have seen people go through these kind of things where they've said similar stuff, and then after a while, after everybody comes out and says, no, don't leave, don't think that, we support you, we're there for you, they will come back out, and apologize for what they said, and then acknowledge, and then maybe decide, hey, I'll still do this, but I'm going to probably take a break for a while to get all my mental facilities in place, as well as financial, and as well as get myself financially stable. So, I'm not saying that that's what she'd probably do, but, again, seeing this, being done, seeing people say this before, that have been in a, part of similar communities, if not the same kind of communities that she's part of, and they come back, they bounce back, but they kind of change things up to it. It's like, hey, once in a while I'm going to do this, but if I need to take a break, I'll let you know because of, mental fatigue, or hey, I just want to relax, enjoy life kind of deal. I'm not saying she's going to do the same thing, but I honestly don't think it's going to be the end of her. I really don't. I think, honestly, that maybe what's going to happen as we get into 2024, she's going to probably think this over. Because right now she does sound like she's fully committed to doing this. But I think over time she's going to see how much people appreciate her, how much they love her, and what she does. That that's going to have an effect on her. And she's probably going to decide that, she'll stick around, but she's going to basically take a break. Like, she's going to take a break for maybe the first few months of 2024 to get, like I said, all her mental facilities together, as well as financially get herself stable before she comes back on board. And then maybe when she comes back on board, maybe she'll be doing it in a way that's more, I guess you could say, mentally stable for her, more suitable for her. Like, hey, once in a while, I'll do a comic commission. Once in a while, I'll do a single commission, but I'll only do like maybe 5 a month. And maybe it's going to be like for a single commission, she could be like, it'll be 1 a week. 1 a week, do a single commission. And then the next week, do another single commission or something like that. Take your time instead of just trying to do all at once. Because that will, if you try to do a lot at once, it does take, a toll mentally on you. So I'm not saying she's going to say that. It's her decision what she wants to do. And all the best, to her and whatever she decides to do in the future. But I honestly don't think this is the end. I think she's going to see this outpouring of love people have for her. She's going to see the support she's going to give it through these emergency commissions. And she's going to in my opinion, in my opinion, again, I'm not her. If she truly wants to hang it up, that's cool. She's done everything she could for the communities that she's part of, and she'll always be remembered for what she's contributed. But, I feel she's going to see all this outpouring towards her, and she may decide to stick around, but, stick around in a way that's kind of very, very part-time. And what I mean by very part-time, I'm talking again, like maybe she'll take a break in the first few months of 2024, come back around maybe mid-spring, whatever, early summer, whatever, after everything mentally and financially is all stable again. But, she'll start to pace herself. So like she'll take her time on commissions, if she still does those. Because I can tell you right now, someone like Groblick, he likes working with her. And I have no doubt she may still work with him, even if she goes into retirement and all that. Because there are people artistically that will retire from doing commissions and all that, but they will still contribute if somebody asks them to be part of something. And she might still do that too. But yeah, this is just another example of the fact that when you go out there on the internet, there are some people that just do not understand that what we're fans of, what the communities we're part of, the fandoms we're part of, that's who we are. That's who we are. And if we want to contribute to that community, artistically in our own way, whether it's writing a story, putting together a comic or a commission pick or whatever, then so be it. That's who we are. If that's what makes us happy, so be it. But there are those out there today, unfortunately, and have been out there, that don't really understand. I mean, I still get people commenting on my YouTube, some of my YouTube videos for no reason. I get them commenting on my YouTube videos for no reason with stuff that, is very cyberbullious. They will try to knock me, they try to push me down, but you know what I do? I just trash their comment. I remove it because I know that's just a cyberbully. And mainly, most of the time, a cyberbully, believe it or not, it's just a young kid. It's a young kid in high school. It's a young kid in junior high. You name it. It might be someone that's a freshman in college that mentally doesn't understand. So what do? They decide, oh, I don't understand this, so I'm going to bully this person. No, it's like that's not what you do. You basically, if you want to understand it, if you don't understand it, you should learn to understand it. Or if it's not your cup of tea, ignore it. That's it. Nothing more. But it's unfortunately that's part of the reason. The other reason as well is apparently Patreon, who's trying to, I guess, keep as many Patreoners, if you will, Patreons, I should say, trying to keep as many Patreons, as a part of the site. Patreon is another reason, because apparently she, and this is true, she used Patreon to give people early access to works that she would work on, commissions, comics, collabs. But apparently Patreon said, "Oh no, that's not good. Your site, your page needs to go. Your Patreon page needs to go." And what's funny is, I see Joven16, I see Trouble TRO, and Nextstat have their Patreon pages still up, and nobody says anything. Nobody bats an eye. And I think this does align with what she says, that somebody must have done a false claim on her to Patreon that caused their page to get taken down. And that's not right, especially if you're just trying to cyberbully them and mess with them mentally. Because you're messing with them mentally, this is what happens. You make them not want to do this anymore. All because you don't understand. So, in closing, all I hope and pray for is that Lady Drasami, I hope she, reconsiders what she's doing, and if she does, then all power to her. And if she does decide to stay on her own accord, maybe, like I said, maybe her decision is, hey, I'll take the first few months of 2024 off, come back refreshed and everything, mentally and financially stable, and, go from there. Maybe do it on a part-time basis, where it's like, she has a schedule of how she's going to do things. We'll have to see. But I pray and hope she changes her mind, and I know I'm not the only one. I know that. But let me know what your guys' thoughts are on this situation, because again, this is something that should not happen, and hopefully stuff like this will never happen again. But let me know what your thoughts are, guys. Comment down below. Love to hear from each and every one of you on this. And until next time, I will talk to y'all later. Take care. God bless.